Hey everybody, it's Joric. Welcome back. Hey, I have some interesting information. I'm going to put up this article really quickly, and it's what I find interesting when you're living in Portugal or thinking about a move there is just how much information or misinformation you get or inaccurate information that you get. And the government I think the intent is to try to do something good to help some of the bureaucracy of the immigration process, but it's like two steps forward, three steps back here. I want to show you this where it looks like from today forward at the posting of this video, you're going to be able to get, as it's reported, three different numbers, critical numbers to your stay in Portugal at once. Your NIF, which is your tax ID, your social security number, and your national user number. So, okay. The government saying, well, you can get all those at once. But then this is where that's not accurate and not correct. Because in order to get some of this information, you need to have a digital mobile key. In order to have a digital mobile key, you need to have a NIF. And you need to be a resident. And in order to be a resident, you need to have a NIF. And many people ought to also, in the residency process, apply for a social security number as well. If you're working, you need to. Many people will apply along the way. So it says here that it's going to save a lot of steps and you can get all these three things at once. Well, you can't, because again, you need to have residency to begin with, and some of these some of these things you already need and need to have these numbers. So it doesn't necessarily save much on the bureaucracy at all at the government. It doesn't save on the immigration side. It's a little bit disingenuous here. I think that the way the government has stated this is not accurate and gives false information. And I think the news article frankly did a terrible job of trying to explain what's going on here. But when you see information, when you read news articles, when you see the news in the reporting, sometimes it's just not so. When you start peeling back the onions and you realize all of the processes that are in place for going through the immigration, this is just one of those. I just want to make sure that you're aware of this, because I think this is some false advertising that people may look at and go, gee, we can get all these things at once and it saves a lot of time and all these extra visits. When in reality, it doesn't save much time at all and becomes more confusing than it needs to be. So, wanted to make this video. I've made a few videos where news articles I don't think were accurate, or just some of how the government rolled out a new program was super confusing. This is another one where just the information doesn't sit right, and it's not accurate based upon all of the steps and hoops you already have to get, which in this case is some of these numbers already, before you can go through and get the numbers again. It doesn't make any sense. But again, just be careful when you're reading articles and watching the news, because it just it's flimsy sometimes, the information that you get, and not very accurate. As always, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your travels.